You need space for this. You need to be, this has to be running against a zone coverage. And if it's against a man coverage, he's going to shut that down. He's either going to intercept that and take it to the house, or he's going to knock this dude out for a loss anyway. Well, on the other side, you need to be going against a man coverage, but we have a zone coverage, and you can see how he shadows this and completely shuts it down. As you can see, he does come out the block, but there's nowhere to throw the ball as he's completely shadowed by this hard flat, making this pretty impossible to get anything against. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable coins for your college football 25 team, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below.
The champ is here!
Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shots, another college cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to go over one of the most unique defenses in the game that serves a very specific purpose that you should have in your audibles at all times, especially if your opponent likes to run RPO plays. But before I do, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. And if you guys need more help, more money plays, I just recently put out a full breakdown of the North Texas offense and defense, a full ebook on both my Join Now community tab, my Patreon. These to me are definitely the best playbooks in the game right now. They're my two favorite playbooks. They're the reason that I use this team so much in my gameplays. So if you guys want to download those, just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. Other than that, the defense that I'm going to show you guys can probably be found in just about any nickel package, but I'm going to use the 3-3 mint because this is a defense that I used a lot this year. It's still a defense that's one of my top 3 favorite defenses in the game. When College Football 25 came out, it came out with a lot of unique defenses. There's a lot of very unique concepts in this game that really don't seem to have a use. Things like the one double wide receiver one, I still don't really understand what the purpose of that is, because if you run this defense, you're going to have the same issues. The same routes that beat man zero blitz, like the pinch bug zero, are going to beat the one double one wide receiver one. So I really don't understand the purpose. You can still get beat with a zig route, a slant, whatever. So you're basically going to use this defense without the purpose of the blitz behind it, and that's really what makes man zero blitz good. So I don't really understand the purpose of that, but there is one brand new defense that is actually specifically designed to stop one type of play, and that play is the cover 6 Willie. As this is the only play that I can remember that is designed to be a half man, half zone concept, and it's designed to be that way because there's certain RPO plays that half the field beats man and half the field beats zone, making this a very important concept to have in your audible plays at all times. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick that play, and then on offense, we're going to pick specific RPO plays to match this. As you'll notice, plays like the RPO read bubble, which is a play that I recently went over in a video where I basically went over the 4 hardest plays to stop. This is one of those plays, and that's because the receiver on the left side is specifically a man-beating route, as it's an option route that will basically come back against a man coverage, or it'll try to go deep against the zone coverage. Well, on the right side, we have a simple bubble screen, which is going to be obviously only working against man. So for this play here, all you really have to do is make sure that you're flipping this play. This guy over here, this side on the left side here, this is a man-beating concept on this side. I'll go ahead and run it one time like this. The way that this play is set up right now, I got my zone. They got a zone-beating side and a man-beating side. The man-beating side is the left side. He's going to run an option route where he's either going to come back and stop or he's going to run up the field. And in this coverage, I think he's going to run up the field. Where on the other side, we have a zone-beating concept where basically all my defenders are going to drop back and he's going to run a bubble screen. So this is actually, at the moment, perfectly designed to beat this play in just about every single way. As like I said, he did turn up the field because it's a man press, and you can see it's actually a one-play touchdown. So that's not obviously how I want to run this play. I want to flip this play to the point where now we have the man-beating side on the zone side and the zone-beating side on the man side. It's really that simple. That's all you really got to do. And it's not too difficult to tell which side of the field is going to be the zone-beating side, which side of the field is going to be the bubble screen, because in this particular play, and pretty much every play, you always need a blocking receiver. Bubble screens typically always come from the slot. And on this particular play, you can see we have 2 receivers on the one side of the field, so we know that's going to be the side. If you're going against somebody running like say they're running a bunch concept, you know the bunch side is going to be the side. So it's really simple to figure out which side is going to be the man side, which side is going to be the zone side, based on the fact that you need multiple receivers for the bubble screen to work because you need somebody to block. The only thing I would really say is I don't want this guy down so close because he's just going to be easier to get blocked, but you might not necessarily have time for that. Other than that, I would say just get these guys out to the edge. Anytime you got somebody running RPOs to the edge like that, you're going to want to get these guys out to the edge. And it also is not a bad idea to play underneath, which is why I triangle down the right stick, because all these routes are going to be underneath. So hard flatting is going to help, and obviously it'll make these guys play down a little bit quicker as well. Now, if it's also a passing or an RPO concept, you can also guess pass, and it's going to force all these guys to chase these receivers that much better. But it'll also make your run defense a little bit worse, so just be aware of that. But this is pretty much the setup. This is all I really got to do, is just make sure that I have these guys on the right side of the field. And now my opponent runs the ball, he's most likely going to hand it off because everything's locked up. And that's probably what I'm going to see. But like I said, I did guess pass, so it did make my guys easier to block. It does make my guys slower, which is all the downside of guessing pass. So I obviously don't want to do that. But like I said, it will help as far as making these guys follow their assignment. So like I said, this is pretty much all I really got to do. I think playing underneath makes a lot of sense for this particular concept. And you can see pretty much every single time he's going to hold that ball. There's nobody open. If we go to the replay real quick, you can see this time I didn't guess pass. And I did drop the cornerback back there. I wasn't even aware of that. Actually, I don't think I did. Yeah, I dropped the cornerback back a little bit. But you can see on the bubble screen side, you need space for this. You need to be, this has to be running against a zone coverage. And if it's against a man coverage, he's going to shut that down. He's either going to intercept that and take it to the house, or he's going to knock this dude out for a loss anyway. Well, on the other side, you need to be going against a zone coverage, and now we have a man coverage shutting down that shorter route. As you can see, he does come out the block, but there's nowhere to throw the ball as he's completely shadowed by this hard flat, making this pretty impossible to get anything against. Now, I wish I would have chose a different playbook because Ohio State doesn't necessarily have the best selection of RPO plays, but they do also have an RPO alert bubble, which is, once again, zone on the left side, which would be the bubble screen, and the other side is kind of a man and zone concept in the speed out. So let's go and let's pick that and see how this play does against this. Once again, we got to make sure that we have our zone beating concept on the other side. You can see what I was talking about here right off the bat, as we don't have a third man defender on this side. This is what I was talking about previously, where I would have to make the choice either to sacrifice the 3-rec hook, which would, in this scenario, I guess would be the best thing because I'm kind of playing the 3-rec hook anyway. And now you can see, once again, I mean, another thing is this guy doesn't necessarily press by himself, which would be nice. But like I said, if there's any additional receivers on this side, you have to make sure that you man them. Pre-snap, I'm not going to know if 17 or 2 is going to be running the bubble screen 9 times out of 10, although typically it's the inside or the furthest inside receiver that's running the bubble screen. So on this play here, once again, I got my setup all over the place, not very difficult to do. He's most likely going to hand off once again, and then it's just up to me to shoot that gap. As you can see, it really doesn't matter what offensive RPO play it is. The computer's auto handoffing every single time, or keeping with the quarterback. Let's see what happened here. I really think to see what happened on this speed out route though. As like I said, I do have it hard flatted, and you can see he never even gets outside. I mean, he's just like straight up double teamed the entire way, where the hard flat and even the deep dropping cornerback are just all over that, which isn't typical. If I wouldn't have brought these guys down, this guy probably would have got open. If I just run this like this, if I do it without the setup of bringing this down, like I said, you want to bring everything down based off the fact that, and I'll go ahead, I'll put Dawkins on this guy, and I'll just use her, this guy here. It doesn't matter who's manning him, although I thought I did man him. I guess I didn't, as it won't let me. Okay, that's why. I was wondering why it wouldn't let me get off him here. But like I said, I'll run it just like this, and you'll see how that speed out route's gonna cook the quarter flat, and it's gonna most likely cook the corner. Which is why, like I said, if somebody's running a lot of RPOs, you just want to make sure. And I don't know why the computer just made a bad read there. I don't know why that you would want to not bring these guys down based on the fact that, like I said, if you know your opponent's running a lot of RPOs, they're going to want to play short. There's no deep RPOs. There's only short RPOs. So it doesn't make sense to leave these quarter flat and this quarterback back. But I want to see, and I can see right there, that he keeps making a read where he's kicking it out to the bubble screen, and we missed a tackle there, which is why I got those yards. But I could see that without bringing these guys down, that this guy was open. He was open outside here. As you can see, if the computer was looking his way, he would have easily caught and ran this for probably 5 to 10 yards based on the fact that I didn't bring these cornerbacks down. So now, since like I said, if you know your opponent's running RPOs, there's really no downside to pressing and to hard flatting because they want to play underneath. They want to catch and run in space. So now, if I bring these cornerbacks down, we'll watch how that's not going to even be an option. And he will most likely have to hand it off. Like I said, I can just shoot the gap. If you guys don't know, you can shoot the gap very easily just by standing back about 8 yards, and then you can basically, you won't get targeted by the lineman. But if we look at the instant replay, we can see how this guy was never an option because you're taking away all that space pre-snap. And now, obviously, by the time he does get outside, the cornerback and the flat defender are gone based off the fact that they already saw that the ball was hand off. but this guy will never get open against this look. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have seen this defense before. You just probably never put any actual thought into what this defense does, but it's very handy when it comes to playing people that like to run RPOs. So make sure that at the very least it's in your audibles of your favorite nickel package defense, because it is very important. So I'm going to end the video there. If you guys want to see more gameplay of me using the offense and defense from North Texas, I'll have that pop up on my screen now. So just click links, as well as the top 5 or the top 4 most unstoppable RPO plays video that I just put out, because there are some very good concepts in there that will work very well against just about every defense but this. So just click the links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. Much out.
Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.